Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Middle-earth. We are jumping back into Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle-earth, and we're going to be talking about my farming guide. So I've been waiting to put this out until I had enough information where I felt it was going to be valuable enough. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that and share with you what I have. But first, before we do, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. The farming guide. So really kind of what I wanted to happen before I put this out is I wanted to make sure I had all the information for the first legendary, and I wanted to make sure to have all the information for the first raid, and we have both. We have Elrond that's been out. We have Mines of Moria that's coming out. If you don't know, what's coming out July 26th. There is no character restriction on Mines of Moria. We don't know if that's going to change with other raids. I would expect it to, but for this first one, there's no character restriction, so I think that's going to be cool. So let's jump into the guide. This guide is put together really as a way to share with you where I feel resources are best spent when you're building teams, the best way to farm gold and experience, those types of things. So I wanted to present to you all the information that I had, and that way you can make the best choice for you and your gameplay style. So let's just take a look at this first tab right here. This is not going to be made available to everybody just yet via a link. I will take a snapshot on this. It will be on my Discord, so people can go in here and take a look at that if you would like. So what I put together here, there's really four main teams in the beginning. Now, think of this as more of a beginner's farming guide. As the game continues to mature, as we have more teams available, this guide will grow. There's really four main teams that will do you very well with progressing through the games. It's Road to Rivendell, Isengard, Rohan, and the Rivendell Elves. Now, the three main teams are going to be Road to Rivendell, Isengard, and Rohan. Those three are the most free-to-play farmable. The Rivendell Elves are not. So you have Arwen, who is now in the main store, so she costs gems. We've already been past her marquee event. We also have Elladan, who was a marquee event, who's no longer farmable. I'm assuming Arwen's going to come out of the main store into another store, and then Elladan's going to come in. That's what I'm guessing. But you need those elves. You need elves in order to unlock Elrond. So they are free to play in the aspect that you can go ahead and unlock any elf to use for Elrond when Elrond comes back around. But the Rivendell elves specifically are not fully free to play just yet. So here's my suggestion. Road to Rivendell is a very good team. I like it. I think they're very underrated. They're the only team that is going to be able to unlock Sam and go through the Gardener's Journey. Gardener's Journey, they just put a bunch of fixes in it. It's much more accessible than it used to be, so I definitely think it's a benefit. Also, early on, Pippin is the best healer in the game. Frodo's a pretty good damage dealer. Sam's an okay tank. But when you take a look at this team here, there is a drawback. And the drawback is when you take a look at the available daily challenges, out of all of these challenges here, there's what? There's 6 challenges. This team will help you with 3. So you want to build a light team and you want to build a shadow team. And then of those 2 teams, use the team to get through the guild campaign because you can use either or. Rivendell can get you through 3 of the challenges. Isengard can get you through 4 of them. So when you combine the 2, you're going to be able to get through all of them with the exception. Well, no, actually, you'll be able to get through all of them because this one here, Dark Relics, you can use orcs or elves. No, sorry, not that one. Forged in the Deep. That's the only one that you're going to be lacking if you go Road to Rivendell and Isengard. If you go Rohan and Isengard, you're going to be able to get them all because of the human factor there. Goblins aren't really a good team right now, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. However, I have not felt the pinch too bad from not being able to farm the end chapters of Forged in the Deep, which is where you get your luminous crystals for gearing up your characters. You can go ahead and farm them out of hard mode, so you still have access to them. Still, when you farm them, you get very few. So it's still a huge gate as far as gearing up your different characters. My recommendation, though, is go with Road to Rivendell, build your Isengard, and then chip away at your elves. Those are my three. Those are my three suggestions there as far as building early teams. As you get those built, then you can go to your Rohan teams and the other teams that we have available. But I have in here what their roles are and where you can farm them out of, whether it's out of daily objectives, which is the only place you're going to get Strider. Gardener's Journey is the only place for Sam, and the different stores here, as well as the marquee events. So, as far as Mines of Moria, every single one of these teams will be able to be played in Mines of Moria, so it doesn't matter what you decide to do, you're going to be able to participate in the raid. Just remember, in the raid, you need to be at least level 30 and in a guild in order to participate in the Mines of Moria. And this is only the first chapter of 4, I believe it is. And each month, you're going to have a new chapter that you're going to be able to work through and have an opportunity to unlock Gandalf, which is going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. So this is the character farming. Here's the different challenges that are available currently in the game that you're going to be working through, what the different tags are, and then the days that they're open. You can also just see that in the game as well. As far as golden experience goes, here is all the different objectives in the game that you want to do on a daily basis, as well as the amount of experience gold and everything. So you're going to be able to do net 745 experience, 4,000 gold, 4,000 gold. Yeah, 4,000 gold, which isn't much. And then you've got 70 gems here. Got character experience specifically for upgrading your different characters, which is 220. Campaign energy, which gives you 85. And then 250 arena coins there. Now, the biggest bang for your buck as far as gold farming is going to be Guild Chapter 4. Guild Chapter 5 now. This was before 5 was available. Guild Chapter 5 is going to be your best bet as far as gold for every 1 energy that you spend. So that is really good. Definitely farm that. There's other things to farm out of guild, though, so you're going to have to pick and choose what you want. Right now, I'm farming Elro here until I get him to 7 stars, and then I will go back to farming Guild Chapter 6. It really just depends on what you need. So that's the best way to farm gold currently. You do get 4,000 a day out of the objectives, like I said. Out of the challenges, 3 days a week, if you max out that challenge, you're going to bring in 360,000 per week. Again, that goes very, very quickly. As far as experience goes, the biggest bang for your buck is going to be in Guild Campaign. Again, the most difficult chapter that you can reliably farm. That's going to give you 1.2 experience per energy spent. If you go to hard campaign, though, and you're going to be farming hard campaign anyway to unlock characters and such, if you go into the hard campaigns, then it's 1 for 1. So it's just a slight increase in guild campaign, but at least it uses 2 different energies, so you're going to be able to take advantage of both. So the hardest hard campaign that you can farm, again, you're going to be farming characters out of it, so you're going to be doing that on a regular basis. That's going to be the best way to get player level experience, so you can go ahead and get your characters up to level 60. All right, that is it. Just a pretty quick guide. That's all I have right now as far as farming, where to get them, my suggestions, and the best way to get gold and experience. Very curious, what are your thoughts? Do you have any tips and tricks for anybody? What have you found that's been really effective for you? Again, as the game matures and we get more components to the game and game modes, you can expect this guide to continue to expand. All right, everybody, that is what I had for you. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comments section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.